Welcome everybody to Game 3 of the Super Mega Baseball World Series with the Minnesota Twins facing off against the Flytongues. You can see here in the bracket that the series is tied 1-1. Flytongues took the first game 4-2. Twins took that close second game 1-0, and we go now to Game 3. Randy Dobnak on the mound for the Twins, Locke Samplemore on the mound for the Flytongues. And what we've seen so far in this series has been pitching. That starting pitching has gone deep for both teams, and the games have been close. And we'll see more of that today, actually, as this game will go extra innings, this Game 3 of the 7-game series, and we've got a lot of highlights to show you coming up. Burgess-Love handling the game for the Flytongues. Got to keep those Twins swinging. The Twins have struck out a cumulative 21 times in the first two games, compared to 10 times for the Flytongues. 21 strikeouts across the team for the Twins in the first two games. That is an abhorrent amount of strikeouts. The Flytongues also need to drive it deep more. They've hit a few key home runs that have helped them win games, so we'll see if they can keep that up in Game 3. Point 3, they're more of the same. The Flytongues seem to be controlling the games. The Twins barely won Game 2, a 1-0 game, and the Flytongues, if they keep doing what they're doing, they will come out on top in the series. The Twins really need to turn it around, especially with those 21 strikeouts over the past two games. Moving on to the handle on the game, brought to you by Burgess.Love. Twins obviously here got to stop the strikeouts. That's number one. That's far and above the most important thing that they can do. Polanco and Cruz really got to step it up. They are veteran hitters. They didn't play in Game 1. They did have, each of them had an at-bat subbing in, pinch hit, and they did not get a hit. Game 2, no hits for either of them. Both are batting sub 300. Polanco batting 207. So he's got to step it up. Dobnak, the Twins pitching has been good, at least the starting pitching has, so Dobnak has to keep that going here in Game 3, and we'll see what he's able to do in these upcoming highlights. Thanks again for tuning in to the Burgess.Love Good at the Game recap of the World Series Game 3, Twins Flytongues, coming up. You want some baseball content? Who wants some baseball content? I think I heard that you do. I do. Twins Flytongues, Game 3 of the 7-game World Series Classic. The Twins and the Flytongues each with a win. It is tied up in the series 1-1, and we got the Twins batting top of the first. Coming up here, Locke Samplemore on the mound for the Flytongues. The Twins need to stop striking out and start getting hits. Top one, Marwin Gonzalez. 2-strike count to him. Look at that. Squeezes a shot right up the right side between the first and second baseman, and he's on base. No outs. And they got Gonzalez on. Polanco up to bat. We talked earlier. He needs to get a hit here, and boy, he doesn't. Pops that out. Lazy fly ball to short center. That's one out for the Twins here in the top of the first. Nelson Cruz with the 2-strike count. He sends this back, but not back enough. It's going to die in center field. The big man Cruz going to miss another home run by a few feet. Max Kepler out. 2 outs, 2 strikes, and it goes nowhere. And the Twins leave a man on first. We're top 2 now, still 0-0. Rosario with a 1-1 count. He sends it to deep left, and it's going. And he knew it. He's running. That's in the upper deck, left field. Rosario with a home run. 1 run for the Twins. Bases were empty, but they'll take it. 355 feet to left field. Rosario getting their team on top. It's his 3rd RBI of the playoffs. Bottom 2, Dobnak on the mound. He's facing off against Cesar Bland here, who's batting .426 in the playoffs, and that's going to notch his average up a couple of ticks. He gets on first pitch, and he gets a hit there. He's on first. Wedge Jock is up. This guy's batting, no joke, 500 in the postseason. 500. And he shoots that to the deepest part of left center, and that is an easy run for the Flytongues. It is 1-1. Next at bat, they needed a quick out, and they got it. Second pitch of the at-bat, and Dobnak gets a quick fly out in front of the mound. Now he's got Anger down 2 strikes, and she looks at the 3rd one. And she doesn't even try to swing at that. Dobnak now with 2 outs, needs a quick out, and he will get it. Somewhat of a close play there, but he fields his position well. We're top 4. Nelson Cruz is going to take some pitches here, and let's see what he can turn on. He's playing first base tonight. He fouls off one. It's a 2-strike count. And he's going to foul off another one. Samplemore on the mound, giving him everything he's got. He's going to shoot this to the right side. Patience didn't draw any balls, but waited for his pitch and got it. Drove to the right corner. Max Kepler's up. And he swings at a bad pitch there. Well, it was a good pitch, but a bad one to swing at, and he's going to squirt that up to the shortstop. He runs it out, though. He's at first. Now we're going to watch the zone here. Watch the strike zone. It's a 1-1 count, and Kepler goes, and he's safe, and the Twins needed that. More of the strike zone. Close call there. It's 3-0, the count. And a strike on the inside corner. Rosario waiting for his pitch. And a strike in the low corner, and that was close. Rosario gets the pitch. He likes it. That's going to get caught. They go to third for some reason, and that was maybe a bad call, and they don't get Kepler. Next at bat, 2 strikes, and that's going to be a ground out. Buxton might run it out, but he doesn't. The Twins again leave runners on base. Now bottom 4, and Caesar Bland up to bat. He is batting .426 coming into today. And he shoots that foul, and that could have been dangerous, but he misses. Dobnak goes low now. Is that a bat or a rod? Because he's fishing there. Now Jock is up to bat again, and he hit that huge double earlier in the game to score a run. Fastball low and inside, swings over it. Dobnak goes back down with the fastball. Take a picture, it'll last longer, son. Dobnak dices him up like yesterday's deli meat. Jock's batting .500 coming into today, and he stares at strike 3. Top 5. Dobnak up to bat now. We've seen the pitchers do work for the Twins, and that will not change today. Dobnak shoots one down the left side. He's thinking to. He rounds first, but stays at first. Probably a good call. Dobnak not the fastest. Not known for his legs. More known for his arms. We've got Gonzalez up now, turning the lineup over. Again, taking a look at the strike zone. Samplemore is going to slice and dice the strike zone all night. That strike 2 pitch nipped the corner. Call him Van Gogh because he's up there painting. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dobnak on first. And Gonzalez shoots one up the middle. It's slow. And Samplemore flashes the leather and gets himself out of that inning. We've got a pinch hitter now in Jerrymander Gruber, and we are bottom 5. Dobnak is going to show why he got the start today in this game 3. Strike 2. Now slider inside. She doesn't bite. It's 2-2. 2 outs. Bottom 5. Dobnak now goes up top. 99 miles an hour on a fastball. Swinging through it. We're bottom 6. The count's 1-2. Now 2-2. And we've got Samplemore up to bat, the pitcher. And like I said earlier, pitchers have been doing well in this postseason. It's going to continue out of the reach of Adrianza. Kepler may have gotten him at first, but he kind of underthrew it a bit there. And now we've got Locke Samplemore, the pitcher, on at first. Raylene French, the center fielder. The lineup turns over, but this is a tailor-made double play. The Twins don't miss it, and they get out of that jam. Now 2 outs, nobody on. Alex Avila behind the plate today, and he'll get that. Dobnak gets out of the inning, no damage. 1-1. Again, we're going to take a look at the strike zone here for Samplemore. 72 pitches tonight, and he is just cutting up the strike zone. Eddie takes a hack at something way out of the zone, but he's just fighting to protect the plate. And again, another hack. It's an 0-2 count. Top 7, no outs. A good take there on a slider that swings inside. Eddie has to swing at that to protect the plate, and it's a little dribbler, but he'll get there safe. He's got the legs, and he outruns it. Now, speaking of legs, he takes a shot at second, and a bad throw from the catcher. And Eddie's on at second. That's the second steal for the Twins. Buxton! Where's this coming from? The Twins are hitting! Buxton shoots it up the center, but they elect to not send the runner. Now Avila has to get something going here. It's top 7, and they've replaced their starter with their closer, Grin Loins. And he's throwing up there just to get a pitch out, and Avila looks terrible swinging through it. Now we got Adrianza. Adrianza pops one up. It could be a sac fly, but hold on, check the bases. There's confusion on the bases. Eddie Rosario was halfway home by the time that ball was caught. Buxton was all the way at second. Let's look at this replay. Watch Rosario. He's running. He's running right now. Buxton's all the way at second. What happened? The Twins could have come up here 2-1. Instead, they blow that sac fly. It may have been close, but we'll never know. Adrianza pops out, and now we've got 2 outs. And it's still tied, but the Twins really blow that on the base paths. Jake Cave is pinch hitting. And take a look at the strike zone here as the closer, Grin Loins, is in. Cave is going to fly this out. It's going to be close. but it will drop in. And now remember, 2 outs, so that sac fly opportunity is gone. Cave takes a ball outside. And here he swings at something that was up in his eyes. Speaking of his eyes, let's get him a checkup. I know a physician who will do it for cheap. Tyler Duffey in now bottom 7 in relief of Randy Dobnak. Dobnak only gave up that 1 run. He had a great outing, but the Twins really blew it on the base paths. Couldn't get Dobnak the win. Either way, it'll be a no decision for him. Meanwhile, we're bottom 7, and Tyler Duffey gets Cesar Bland to strike out swinging. That's his 2nd strikeout tonight, and you know what they say, fool me once. So Cesar Bland's going to be blaming himself for that one. Now we're going to take a look at the pitch selection here for Duffey against Nip Kelly, the catcher. We're going to get strike 2 on a fastball up again. Kelly with some patience will take it. Now Duffey goes curveball, low and away, and that probably would have been strike 3. Kelly protects the plate. Now a fastball again. Duffey goes outside, and he gets that ground out. Duffey fielding his position, and it's an easy out to end the inning. Top 8, top of the lineup. We're going to watch the strike zone again. Grin Loynes, the closer, still out there. And again, just as Samplemore was before him, Loynes is going to be painting the zone here. He's got Gonzalez down 1-2 early, and Gonzalez has to protect the plate. And he does. He makes contact, but he won't get there. Now Jorge Polanco is up. They've got defensive replacement at short. He's not a shortstop. Bad throw. Still gets him. Nelson Cruz is up with 2 outs. Again, looking at the strike zone. Sweeping slider for strike 1 in the low inside corner. Fastball goes up top, 102 miles an hour. 1-1's the count. Cruz, for some ungodly reason unknown to me, swings at a low outside pitch and grounds out. Score is still 1-1. Tyler Duffey still in the mound. It's bottom 8. He's got Hatchford, a pinch hitter, down 2-2. Hatchford hacks at it. Hackford, more like it. Now Duffey's got the next batter down 1-2. Curveball up top, swings through it. Duffey looking good. That's another K this inning. 2 outs. And a pop-up on the curveball again. And here comes Avila. Here comes Cruz. Avila dives, but Cruz gets there. And now we're top 9. We have Max Kepler up to bat. No hits tonight for Kepler. He has 3 home runs in the playoffs. And we've got Hatchford, who struck out earlier. He's at third, out of position. Kepler sends this long, but it's going to be on the warning track, and it's going to be an out. Kepler swung at the first pitch. Not really sure why. The Twins really need to stop doing that. So we'll see Eddie Rosario here. He's going to have more patience. Ball outside, barely. And now a strike inside. Rosario, he's finally taking my advice. You know, guys, he's finally doing it. He's finally taking pitches. Counts 1-2. Curveball that he hung. And that's going. It's going to be off the wall. Deep center. Rosario gets into second easily, and he's got a double. He's 4 for 4 tonight. Eddie Rosario puts the team on his back. And now he's going to steal third on a little hit and run there. Buxton won't make it, but that was not the point. Rosario at third. Alex Avila, though. Boy, no hits tonight. And, you know, he's in replacement of Garver tonight. Garver had to take a break, but Avila, I think he needs a break too. No runs scored. Now we're bottom 9. And Duffey's going to give up his first hit. And that's going to go straight up center field, just out of the reach of Adrianza. One guy on. Counts 1-2. A stolen base. It's a hit and run. Twins will get the easy out at first, but now the Flytongues have someone at second with 1 out. And the pressure is on. Duffey, he'll get a grounder back to him. He goes to second, doesn't get him. 2 guys on. Flytongues got 2 on. This is huge. And a Taylor-made double play. They get out, but boy, that was close. We're going extra innings. It's 1-1. Twins with 8 hits. Flytongues with 5 hits. And here we go to extra innings. Top of the 10th. Adrianza up to bat. And they're going to try and take more pitches here. They need to. Adrianza with a short little grounder. It's kind of like a swinging bunt. He can't get to first. Now Miguel Sano is going to be pinch hitting. And we can see Grin Loynes still pitching, and he does not look great, but he has enough left in him to get a ground out. And Sano with a really bad pinch hit appearance there. Now Marwin Gonzalez is back. We've got a new pitcher in for the Flytongues. It is Emily Prouse. And she's throwing submarine, and it might be throwing the Twins off. There's a great pitch to hit, but it's going to go right to the first baseman. It's like a Venus flytrap out there. He snaps that up. You can see this again on replay. Just within their reach. They'll get up, they'll toss to the pitcher at first and beat Marwin by a step. That's 3 outs. We're bottom 10. Trevor May on the mound. Jock up to bat. And Jock, who again came into this game batting .500, is a quick out. And now May, he's rolling. He's got Nib Kelly, the catcher, who's batting sub .200 in the postseason. My God. They say there's a hero in every one of us just waiting to be let out. Nib Kelly, who's batting sub .200 this postseason, became the hero tonight. A bottom 10 solo shot to left, just barely clearing the fence. And Nib Kelly just became the hero of the Fly Tongues. That's a win. In extras, walk-off. And if Trevor May looks sad on the mound, he should. That's the second time he's given up the losing run in this World Series. He lost Game 1 for the Twins by giving up a home run. He now loses Game 3 for the Twins, and I don't know if Trevor May is going to be back out there in Game 4, but we'll see. The Twins have a lot of assets in their bullpen. Tyler Duffey did well tonight. Randy Dobnak did what he should have tonight. But again, we see the long ball destroying the Twins. That's a walk-off home run for the Fly Tongues. Twins lose. Fly Tongues win. They're now up 2-1 in this World Series. 8 hits for the Twins, 6 hits for the Fly Tongues. A 2-1 game. And the Fly Tongues are up 2-1 in the series. Taking a look at the box score, the Twins paid attention. They only struck out twice. They got 8 hits, but they could not string those hits together for more than a single run. And that run came off a solo shot from Eddie Rosario, who went 4 for 4 tonight. So Eddie Rosario, a monster game, but his colleagues could not back him up. The Fly Tongues, meanwhile, struck out 8 times, and they still won the game. 6 hits. And Nib Kelly, the catcher, batting .188 in the postseason, gets that winning home run. So again, a hero in the making. Nib Kelly probably did not expect to go home today with that winning home run, but he does. They better get that ball back from the fan. We see that Dobnak went 6 innings, 4 hits, and earned run, 5 strikeouts. Samplemore on the other side, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run. Rosario gets a card, Dobnak gets a card, and Samplemore gets a card. So another pitcher's duel as we sort of expected. Rosario with a monster game, but it came down to the 10th inning. It came down to Trevor May, and it came down to Nib Kelly, the catcher for the Fly Tongues, batting sub .200 this postseason, and he gets the winning home run shot. Man, what a story. What an ending for Nib Kelly. Let's see if he can do the same thing in Game 4. So we go to Game 4. Jose Barrios on the mound. Quick Nickerson on the mound for the Fly Tongues. Barrios has had a great postseason, .39 ERA. Nickerson, meanwhile, he's around a 4 ERA, so we'll see what happens. The Fly Tongues beat the Twins 2-1. Game 3, they're now up 2-1 in the series. And the Twins will look to Jose Barrios in Game 4 to carry them to a victory. They need it. It's a crucial Game 4. Twins are down 1-2. The Fly Tongues are hoping to slide on by and keep winning these games. They've been doing it late, but they've been doing it. And an extra innings win still counts as a win. We'll see you next time for Game 4 of this World Series. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good at the Game, a Burgess Love cast production. And we will have all the coverage you need at Game 4 coming up next time. Stay tuned and we'll see you there.